Louisiana beer reviews. The original Clubtails Grape Cocktail, juicy, bold, and crisp. The perfectly grape concoction, 10% alcohol. This is a malt beverage with natural flavors and certified colors. Flavored ale. There's your legal disclosure. Flavored ale. All right, so they make a malt base with real sugar. They always use natural flavors and real food coloring. It's from Laval, Quebec, Canada. It's from a company called Geloso Beverage Group, founded in the 1950s. There's a date, but I mean, there's a code. It's one of those internal codes that the distributor might know, but the consumer wouldn't. But I know it's fresh because this was introduced in 2024. I kept looking for it in my area. I did a locator tool search on their website, wasn't showing anything. But I went by a store today called Easy Stop, and they had it. Now, I paid too much for it, okay? I'll leave it at that. Bought 3 different flavored products. One was a flavored Irish whiskey, only 5%, but a whiskey cocktail, and the third one was a ginger ale and Jack Daniels. So, but I paid too much, but I've only seen those mainly at that place, so I paid for the convenience of it. All right. So anyway, I'm going to try this. There are some video reviews for it. Probably written reviews on Untapped. Well, check-ins. People don't really write reviews on Untapped. They'll just show a photo of what they're drinking and give a quick score. But I'll check it out. I'm sure the number's low. So they're using some red and blue food coloring, obviously, to make purple. So real, it's a natural flavor. Now, I don't know where the flavoring is coming from, somewhere in nature. I'm not saying that they're taking red grapes and smashing them up and letting the beer soak in the grapes, or vice versa for weeks. No, it's nothing like that. It's some kind of flavoring extract. But it's not artificial flavoring. Okay, here we go. Now, I tried to get Matherns to bring these in, but their manager said, I'm going to check in on that, or check on that. I don't know if you ever did, but they got the best price for these the original Clubtails, $1.79 per can. And then they have a pack you can buy, but it comes out to about the same price per ounce if you buy the variety pack or the pint cans. But yeah, they do have the best price. It's just they didn't have the grape. So I had to upcharge it, you know. Probably paid twice the price, sad to say. But this is a one-time thing. I mean, really, could I revisit it in the future? Sure, but I'm not, like, going to be putting that on my priority list. It smells like grape soda, grape Kool-Aid, if I remember those things right. Does it smell like grape juice? I don't know about that. More like a soda pop. All right, taste. Cheers. Now, I don't know much about grape soda. I know certain companies make it, right? I don't know which ones use real, natural flavoring, which ones use artificial flavoring. I don't know which ones which company are using real sugar, and which ones are using high fructose corn syrup. I have not researched that, so I don't know. I'm sure there are some that use natural flavoring and real sugar, and then some that are using artificial flavoring and the high fructose corn syrup. Yeah, it just has a grape-like flavor. Now, it could be a natural substance that mimics grape flavor, see, because it doesn't say natural grape flavor. No. It just says natural flavors. At 10%, does it come across boozy? No, not really. That's the danger of this. You might drink one can and like, oh man, this stuff's not strong, and then make a mistake and drink 2. Watch it. medium bodied, not heavy, mostly dry, not totally dry. You know, there's some sweetness in the finish, but not overly sweet. Carbonation level is normal. Now in Canada, these might be vodka based. So if you live in Canada, and there is the original Clubtails.ca website, Canadian website. I've never looked at it. But many times in Canada, you'll notice these will be vodka based. Same ABV, 10% natural flavors, certified color, and be almost virtually the same label design. In the U.S., there are certain states that are finicky about liquor-based products, and the availability is a problem because they wouldn't be able to sell them at the gas station, convenience store, but they could only sell them at a liquor store, even though it's the same ABV. So to get around that, these companies will say, look, for the U.S. market, let's just sell it malt-based, malted barley, hops, maybe some rice or corn, adjunct, yeast. We'll filter it down to where it's kind of like a beer vodka, odorless, colorless, flavorless base, and then we'll add the flavoring and color to it. Now Smirnoff, they do the same thing with their flavored malt beverage line. The 4.5 to 5.5 percenter is even higher, and then their Ice Smash, Smirnoff Ice Smash, which is 8, coming in at 8. But they say on their website that a few states will get the vodka base, Smirnoff vodka base. I've never seen those. Louisiana, it wouldn't be an issue because they're allowed to sell beer, wine, and liquor of any kind of concoction in gas stations, convenience stores, supermarkets, and so forth, pharmacies. That's why we really don't have liquor stores here, because why would you want to make a special trip to a liquor store when you could just pick up beer, wine, liquor, liqueurs, these kind of things when you just go into the grocery store to buy other things? And the answer is you wouldn't. All right, did they do a good job with it? They did do a good job with it. Flavored malt beverage, ale or lager, either way, it doesn't matter. Some people will say, well, it's trash beer, trash malt beverage. It's not a legitimate style. It's not a good style. It's a bad style. I don't use that philosophy here. I don't practice that. I don't think there's any bad styles. Just whatever you like. I mean, some people love these flavored malt beverages. Some people despise them. Many are indifferent to it. But yeah, there are many styles of beer, or in this case, beer-based products. There's no good or bad style. It's what you want to drink. If you like light beer, light lager, you could make a video channel, only light lagers. Just call it the light beer channel or whatever, and you'd probably get a very big following. In the craft beer world, that's looked down upon. Light beer is looked down upon. Even regular beers are looked down upon because they contain corn or rice. But then that changed because some companies wanted to be considered craft beer, so then they decided, oh yeah, you could do that. That's okay, we changed our mind. Flavored malt beverage is definitely considered the illegitimate child of the beer world. And you're not in the beer reviewers with the totalitarian mindset. Their attitude is you definitely cannot enjoy these. And no self-respecting beer reviewer would even try these. And if he did, it would have to be in a very disparaging way. It would not, you could not open-mindedly approach these. Now, and on the other hand, there are certain styles in the totalitarian mindset that you must enjoy. Hazy IPAs, any IPAs, you are obligated to enjoy those and give them high scores generally. Imperial stouts, certainly you're required to enjoy those. Flavored malt beverages, like I said, out of hand, you have to hate them unless they're an imperial stout, a pastry stout, which sometimes, if you look very carefully, they'll have it in small print, flavored malt beverage. Well, in that case, that's an exception. You're obligated to love those. Unless the company was bought out, and then you could say they've gone downhill, and it's not like the good old days, it's trash today. But anyway, you know, it's very complicated. All these rules, these drinking beer is very complicated. You thought you'd just buy the product and taste it and tell people what you thought about it, right? No, no, no. Very complicated. You need training. Okay, and if you don't review enough beers on your channel, you'll be kicked out of BeerTube. That's a true story. Okay, anyway, don't do too many liquors. Don't do too many liqueurs or wine, because then you, in a way, you've betrayed the beer world. It's very, like I said, very complicated. I think Geloso Beverage Group does a really nice job with these. Now, we're assuming that you want to drink a beer-based product that tastes like a soda pop. Haven't seen them put out a root beer, though. You know, they don't do, like, it's more like the Kool-Aid approach, because they don't do, like, the original Clubtails Cola, or like a Dr. Pepper Mimic, or root beer. So, yeah, they're doing more like just flavors. I don't recall an apple yet. They have the strawberry daiquiri. They do kind of like cocktails, which don't really taste like cocktails. But yeah, they got the margarita, the watermelon margarita, the lemonade, the pink lemonade, the screwdriver, which is what, vodka and orange juice. Hadn't seen a Bloody Mary though from them. They got the grape. Is that a cocktail? A grape? Go to a bar. I'd like a grape. What's that? Haven't seen them do an old fashioned or a Sazerac or a Manhattan. But they did the strawberry daiquiri. Daiquiri. That's a cocktail. Haven't seen any coconut based. The Rita's does that sometimes. From Anheuser-Busch, occasionally they'll put out that coconut, which to me was their best one. I'd like to see them expand. They have a solid. Oh, there's a peach, right? Peach breeze. There's the blue motorcycle, I think. Quite understand that one. That's kind of tasting like a blue raspberry slushy. But I would like to see them continue to expand their lineup and maybe do a regular. Let's see, got the blue raspberry. Well, I don't know. I sit there and talk about it all day. I mean, there's so many options on these. So I do appreciate this company giving me a cap. One of their reps was down here in this town, and he was looking for me, but the distributor guy said, well, he's not here today. And he wanted to take a photo with me to prove that I was really there, because somebody had said, yeah, because the Clubtails was saying, oh, there's a guy in Louisiana that reviews our products. He really likes our products. And so the distributor guy was like, yeah, he's a real person. I mean, he's really here, you know. And he didn't have my number. I would have gone over there. But they did give me a cap, the original Clubtails, and I wear that a lot because it's comfortable, and it's black and white, so it doesn't clash with any colored shirts I wear. All right, so this, I'm going to score this. And I'm not going to give it a high score because of the cap. If you were looking to drink a beer-based product that tastes like a grape, Weiler's, or Flavor Aid, or Kool-Aid, or maybe Hawaiian Punch, this would be the one to get. I wouldn't really actually ever be wanting to drink that, but I am tasting this. Yeah, I'm going to go with a 94, 9.4 out of 10. They nailed it. Hey, you know, a lot of people like Hawaiian Punch, Kool-Aid, Weiler's, Flavor Aid. I'm not one of those people, but I did really like the Tahitian treat, even though that's made with high fructose corn syrup. I had to admit that thing paired like superbly with vodka. That was just the case that they gave me. So yeah, so a 9.4 out of 10, most excellent, and I'm going to end this review, most excellent in the style. And I'm going to end this review by saying y'all go to Laval, Quebec province, Canada, and take a brewery tour.